Hello and welcome to Ups and Bros, and this week we're talking light beers, and the main reason why I'm talking about light beers, it's because I just received a nice little package from Echo Sessionales out there in Quebec. So the company is currently contracting all their brews at Broadway in Shawinigan. But all this got me working on some ideas, and I want to kind of like ask out there what's considered an heavy beer and what's considered a light beer. So for most of people, light beers are associated with low ABV. But I also took it a little bit further down the road and asking the question, what's an heavy beer? And this is where things got a little bit trickier. I got answers from mouthfeel to high ABV to specific ingredients in the beer. And I think that it's cool to share some ideas around that, because there's a lot of heavy beers that could be considered light beers at the same time. Not light beers, but light mouthfeel beers. So let's say a strong Belgian with a lot of phenolics, but nice dry mouthfeel. For me, it feels a little bit lighter than a most heavy stout with a lot of heavy mouthfeel, creamier, a lot of adjuncts. Lactose is also a point that got sorted out from that question that I pointed out on Instagram. So I think it's cool to see different opinions towards that, because when I asked for lighter beers, I asked if people were more associating this for lower ABV or for lower calories, because it's a true thing. My dad prefers lighter beers that are lower in calories instead of lower ABV. So to push the concept a little bit further more up there, I decided to go on super light on the filming. I'm in there in the spa enjoying a light beer. I think it's a very good pairing. But it doesn't end there. If you've never heard about Echo Sessionales, it's because they just got started. So the beer launched about 4 days ago. So let's jump into the two beers that they're brewing. First off, the Hazy Session IPA. So this little American IPA with tropical aromas and a little bit of mangoes, it's brewed with oats and wheat, giving it a nice texture, creamy, nice little opaque tone to it. It's brewed with Cascade, Mosaic, and Equanut. At 3.9%, it's a nice little session IPA. Second off, it's a wit beer brewed with oranges. This little Belgian-inspired wit beer is brewed with 100 kilos of fresh oranges at every single brews, using hops like Brewer's Gold at 3.6%. It is nice, refreshing, and perfect for a nice summertime spa. Echo Sessionales is also pushing forward, giving back 1% of their earnings to Fondation Rivière, which the end goal is to promote clean, good water. And we know we have plenty of amazing water here in Canada. So saving it as the quality of it, but also the aspect of saving our rivers, I think it's a very good opportunity for brewers to move forward, because as we know, beer is mostly water and depends a lot on the quality of that specific water. So why not giving back to this fantastic resource that we have here in our own country? So this session IPA poured with a nice orange color, nice fluffy head on top. I know they're working a little bit more to get that a little bit more ace to it. I know they're already adding oats to the mash to create more creaminess, more mouthfeel out of it. But they do nail it on the ABV at 3.9%. I think it's right up there in my area when I'm thinking about a session IPA. When I first cracked the can open, a fantastic bouquet of aromas just swirling around, tropical notes, a bit of mangoes. Like I found that it's right on spot for the nose part of the beer. After that, of course, it's at 3.9%. You save a lot on the mouthfeel. It gets a little bit thinner when you take your first sip, but it's nice, it's dry, it's very refreshing. I think that's what's the end goal on this beer. Overall, seriously a nice little session IPA, and I've had a couple of them. I've always been a fan of session IPAs, so when summertime kicks in, I think 2 years ago we had a big rush. All breweries were making session IPAs, and now it kind of like slowed down, so I'm glad some other brewers are taking a step forward in that direction and making it their own mission to create nice low ABV beers. They're loud. But what do you think about low ABV beers? Is it something you're looking forward to, or it's more something of just, if you're drinking a beer, you just prefer taking in all the calories and not really caring about the ABV present in the beer. So of course, Eco Session Ale just started. You can find them pretty much everywhere in the local dépanneur here in Quebec. I know that they are pushing a lot in Montreal right now, but you're gonna see a lot more of them in a near future. They're already planning on a brick and mortar brewery. It's just the first step, first little baby steps to get there, but seriously, I think they have a nice, fantastic mission, and we'll see a lot more of them. So I hope you enjoyed this little jacuzzi session with me. Tune in on Thursday. We'll have a nice little craft beer 101 on sessions, again featuring those little 2 beers, but also pushing a little bit the subject forward to see what's really playing when you're brewing a session beer. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.